Like, how about we just go to the police? Nada. That ain't an option, because if we go to the police, they gonna lock me up. They probably gonna lock your ass up for something too. And that's just not a chance I'm willing to take.
This is part 3 of Lock Queen 25 on TikTok. Yes, that's her name. Go ahead and look her up. Go ahead and show her some love. Go ahead and check out her videos. But she made a series of posts about how she found out her baby daddy was on the DL. Okay, if you haven't seen the first part, go ahead and check it out on my channel, and if you haven't seen the second part, go ahead and check it out on my channel. Okay, this is part 3. Let's get right into it.
And I sit down with her and I tell her everything. So I tell her about Dana, I tell her about the breaking news, I tell her about everything. I tell her about California. I tell her they stole my kids. Janice is just like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, look, I'm sorry too. But look, we gonna have to prove I'm innocent. So y'all, while I'm sitting there talking to Janice keeps telling me, mentioning that some lady had been coming by looking for me. And I'm like, why the hell would somebody be coming by looking for me? Janice was like, look, she left a card. And she told me to have you give her a call. She was like, look, I don't know why I did not throw that card away. She's like, someone told me to keep that card. So I asked Janice, I'm like, Janice, where the fuck is the card? Janice like, the card is back at the apartment. Yeah, we cannot go back. But this card may be somehow, some way, a piece of me proving that I'm innocent. Because who the fuck could be looking for me?
It could be a detective looking for your ass, obviously, but we don't know the outcome. I'm just gonna keep it 1000 with you. It's so many twists and turns, so I'm just very intrigued on, you know, how this is gonna play out. Also, something so dramatic like this should turn into a movie, and if she has those skills, and if this is not real, that just tells you that she does have movie writing skills. For you to just listen to it and just have it play out in your head, you don't know these people, so you just creating these people and you creating these scenes in your head. Listen, this is crazy. Hit a like for the algorithm. We about to get it popping. Part 3, let's go.
Alrighty, y'all. So part 16, I have found out my baby daddy was dead. So y'all, even though I really know I need to go back and get this card, y'all, I am not gonna risk my life or have her risking hers going back. Y'all, we gotta lay low. So y'all, me and Janice is sitting in the apartment, y'all, and we is talking, and Janice is just like, Carissa. I'm like, what? She was like, I think I know how to prove you innocent. And I'm like, why you just not saying something? She's like, man, I just remembered. She was like 7 months ago, she was like, Rebecca, which is my baby daddy mom. She was like, she had some lady who came by and she had on her uniform. She was a police officer and they were in her office arguing. She was like, all I remember her saying is that she was going to tell everybody. And I'm like, just now remembering that. I'm like, what did the officer look like? She was like, she was dark skinned. I'm like, was she 5'2", 5'3"? She was like, yes. I'm like, that was Dana. That was Dana. Yeah. So Dana had threatened to tell everything she knew about my baby father and her husband, y'all.
What?
Dana and Rebecca knew each other. Dana and my baby daddy mother knew each other, y'all. So the only person who was able to prove that they knew each other would be Janice, y'all, because Janice was the only person that was there in the office that day. So now I really know I cannot let Janice out of my sight, because y'all, she is probably the most valuable piece of evidence that I got right now that I did not unalive this lady. So y'all, tell Janice, I'm like, look, Janice, we're gonna have to go down to my baby daddy mama house and we're gonna have to confront them about what happened. Yeah, she is looking at me like you done lost your fucking mind. And probably at this point, maybe I have, but I'm willing to do anything, y'all, at this point to get my kids. Alrighty, y'all. So, part 17, I found out my baby daddy was dead. So, my plan is to go to my baby daddy mama house and confront my baby daddy, his boyfriend, and his mama. Because I know one of y'all, all three of y'all got something to do with this shit. But, y'all, Janice not feeling it. She like, look, I don't think that's smart. I don't think that's safe. You gonna have to sit down and think this shit through. Like, it gotta be another way. So, y'all, we sitting down. We ain't coming up with shit. Everything Janice saying sound like bullshit. She like, how about we just go to the police? Nada. That ain't an option, because if we go to the police, they gonna lock me up. They probably gonna lock your ass up for something too. And that's just not a chance I'm willing to take. So y'all, her phone ring. So I look at her, I'm like, it's him? She like, yeah. Should I answer it? Yeah, answer it. So y'all, she answers the phone. He's like, hey babe, are you okay?
She's like, yes. He's like, well, I'll be home a little later. Did you want to grab some food? Or did you want to grab some food, or are you cooking some? So she's like, I just ordered some takeout or something. How long will you be before you get home? It's like 5 o'clock, y'all. He's like, I should be home maybe about 7:30. So I'm like, all right, cool. So she hangs up the phone. So y'all, she looked at me and she like, Carissa, what should I do? So I'm like, how about this? How about you go home? You play shit cool. You go get that card. You send me the number, and we're going to figure out what's next from here. So she's like, look, I don't know how safe this is going to be, but this is just a chance that I'm willing to take. But she's like, look, you got to comfort me if I call you. So I'm like, look, I got you. Make sure you send me the number. Y'all, but before she leave, y'all, I go in my back and I give her the gun. I'm like, look, Janice, if he give you any fucking signs this shit finna go wrong, I want you to shoot first, ask questions never, okay? I want you to get his ass gone, okay? She look at me and she like, I don't think that I can do it. I looked her in the eyes and I'm like, you finna have that baby, and that baby gonna need you. It's either you or him, and you gotta choose. So, y'all, she leaves and she goes home. So, when she get home, like an hour later, y'all, she sends me the number. So, y'all, I call the number. When I call the number, it is an attorney's office. So, I heard it's like Attorney Angela Meckenberg or something like that, y'all. It was a word-ass last name. So, I hang up. And I'm like, oh, shit. Like, attorney, like, what is this attorney looking for me for? Keep in mind, I'm on the run, but why would an attorney be looking for me? So, y'all, I called the number again because I'm like, bro, I need some answers, y'all. So, I don't get an answer. Y'all get a call back. I get a call back. It come back as like a no-caller ID number. Y'all know I done had my first shot on no-caller ID number, so I'm hesitating on answering it, but I do. So, when I answer it, she's like, hi, this is Angela. Angela. I'm like, somebody told me you were looking for me. She's like, Carissa? Look, I done had enough of bitches knowing me. I don't know who the fuck are you and why are you looking for me? She's like, look, I know you're innocent and I'm going to help you prove you innocent. I just need you to trust me. I'm like, who are you? Like, tell me who you are. She was like, Dana. Dana was my sister. Dana's sister? What the fuck are you talking about? You know what? Look, I'm not fucking with you and I'm not fucking with this shit because the last time I trusted your sister, she the reason I got into this shit. She like, listen, I know. She was like, Dana told me everything. Dana told you everything? Everything. She's like, yes, I know everything. And she was like, I got proof that you're innocent. But she was like, I'm gonna need your help to prove that you didn't do it. So, y'all, I'm sitting on this at the end of this phone. And at this point, y'all, I don't know who to believe, what to do. But I'm desperate. So I asked her, okay, what the fuck do I gotta do? So she's like, look, I need you to meet me downtown next to the soccer stadium.
Okay.
She's like, there's gonna be a mailbox and there's a car parked at the corner. She was like, I'm gonna meet you right at the car. Get in the back seat.
I don't know about that, man. Like, you want me to meet up with you? She wants to prove her innocence, basically. This attorney is Dana's sister. Dana is the one who ended up passing away. And she was set up to make it look like she deleted Dana, when in all actuality, the baby daddies set that whole plan up, the whole scheme. So this is getting crazy. If I was in a situation like this, you want me to meet you at a certain location, it's gonna be a black car, you want me to just hop in and talk? Listen, this sound like a movie scene. I don't know if she watched too many movies. Hit a like for the algorithm. Let me know how y'all feel about this video, and if this is in fact real, please, because I'm still looking it up, please send it to me. Send me the link so I could figure this thing out.
At this point, y'all, I don't know who to believe, what to do, but I'm desperate. So I asked her, okay, what the fuck do I gotta do? So she's like, look, I need you to meet me downtown next to the soccer stadium. She's like, there's going to be a mailbox and there's a car parked at the corner. She was like, I'm going to meet you right at the car. Get in the back seat. Y'all, this sound like some setup shit. But even though this shit sound wild and crazy, at this point, all this shit is crazy. So like I told y'all, I'm willing to do whatever I got to do. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to meet you. But I'm letting you know now, I don't give a fuck about you being no lawyer. I don't care about who you are. You try some funny shit, I'm offering you. And she like, look, I understand. Just meet me and come by yourself. Alrighty, y'all. So, for 18 and a half, I found my baby daddy was dead. So, I pulls up downtown, y'all, and I meet Dana's sister. So, when I hop in the car, y'all, the car's tinted. It's black. I can't see nothing in, and you cannot see nothing out. Do you hear me? So, y'all, when I got in the car, she was in the car. Yeah, she's sitting in the front seat. Yeah, I could have sworn I was looking at Dana. When I said she had her whole face, she had her whole face. So when I get in the car, I'm like, what's up? She hands me an envelope, y'all. She got a thick ass stack of pictures, y'all. It's pictures of my baby father. It's pictures of Dana's husband. It's pictures of his mama, y'all. It's pictures of all three of them together. And there's also pictures of the police lieutenant. So, y'all, I'm asking her, I'm like, what the fuck is this? She like, look, Dana was getting ready to expose a really big operation. And she was like, they could not risk her exposing them. So they're framing you for her murder. She was like, your baby daddy and her husband didn't do it. I'm like, who the fuck killed Dana? Y'all, we all been wanting to know who the fuck killed Dana. She like, look, when I tell you this, you're not going to believe it. But she was like, man, it was the lieutenant and it was your baby daddy mama.
What?
So you mean to tell me, bitch, I already got to worry about the mom. I got to worry about the lieutenant too. I'm like, how you know? Man.
So it wasn't even the baby daddies who did it. But see, this gets even crazier because how did they get a hold of that firearm, right? Her baby daddy had to be in on it, even though it was the lieutenant and the mom.
Dana had figured some shit out she was never supposed to figure out. And when they found out that Dana found out, y'all, they offed her ass. They offed her quickly. And they framed me. Y'all, they framing me for the murder of Dana. Of course, we already knew that. Y'all probably didn't believe me. I've been telling y'all this since day one. These people was framing me, but her sister is gonna help me prove it. But y'all, how the fuck am I gonna prove that I'm innocent and I'm still on the run? So she tell me, she like, look, I want you to lay low. Give me 2 days. And she like, in 2 days, I'm going to have all this shit figured out. And we going to prove you innocent. And we going to get your kids back. So y'all look at her. And I asked her, how the fuck you know they got my kids? Y'all, Dana's sister didn't bug her husband's car. She said, girl, listen, I overheard them over the speaker talking about how they were going to go get your kids. She like, look, trust me. I know that you want your kids and you willing to do whatever that it takes. Just trust me. I'm going to call you 2 days. So y'all done hopped out this car. I done hopped back in my car and I'm sitting here. And all I could think about is how everybody that I trusted these last few years has turned on me. And I was so fucking blind. But it's cool, y'all. I'm going to give her 2 days.
So my question is where are the kids at right now? The lady named Clarissa that was inside of the house, right? She should have at least seen the kids. She should have at least met the kids, you know, because that's the house that they live in together.
Part 19 and a half found out my baby daddy was DL. So when I had back in the car, y'all, I had like 6 or 7 missed calls from Janice. So when I call her back, she is not answering. So shit, I must be blocked from the live, so I'ma just pull up. So by the time I hit the corner, y'all, she calls me back. She like, Carissa, I'm like, well, she like, please tell me you did not meet with that lady. I'm like, I did. She like, did you know that they was twins? I'm like, nah, but shit, I mean, yeah, kinda, shit. They did look the same. She like, look, I don't know if she back on some trying to help you, or I'm like, or she on some sister revenge shit. I'm like, girl, I'm already knowing. But look, at this point, I really don't have many options. And I'm like, at this point, girl, too, I'm tired of running. And I'm like, all I care about is my kids. She like, look, our kids is safe. She like, they heard, as soon as he leaves, she was like, I'm gonna leave with the kids and I'm gonna go somewhere safe. And she was like, I'll call you. I'm like, where the fuck is he going? She like, he said he got something he gotta take care of and he want me to watch the kids for a couple hours. She was like, Carissa, look, please just don't do nothing crazy beforehand. And I promise I'm gonna get your kids back to you. So y'all, I feel so satisfied knowing that this lady's finna give me my kids back, because I have been up, restless, worried about my kids. I'm stressed. I'm not eating. Yeah, this is a lot on my mental. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we hangs up the phone. So yeah, I called my sister and my mama and asked them where they at. My sister and my mama wasn't too far from where I was at. So I pulls up. So when I ended up pulling up, my sister comes outside. We sitting in the courtyard. We talking. And I'm just telling my sister, I'm like, you know what? I've been running for a while now. And at this point, it's like, I'm tired. I'm like, there's no way I'm going to ever prove that I'm innocent if I keep running. She like, yeah, I feel you. But man, look, don't just throw yourself away to the system like that. She like, we gotta at least try to prove that you innocent first. So I'm like, man, look, I met Dana's sister today, and she say that she can prove I'm innocent. I'm like, somehow, some way, she can prove that I didn't do it. And she like, do you trust her? I'm like, yeah. She showed me some pictures. I'm like, man, there was some pictures of my baby father, Dana's husband, his mama. I'm like, man, she even said that the lieutenant and his mama got something to do with it. I'm like, I don't know at this point who to trust, but shit, anything sound better than me? And my sister like, right, but look, I got a plan. So I'm like, what's up? So my sister had a friend who she was really close with. It was a guy, and yeah, he actually was a police officer as well. Yes, it's a whole lot of blue and black shit going on around here, like, yes. But she's like, look, we can pull up and we can see what's up with Jason, and I can see if Jason can help us. So I'm like, okay. So we pulls down, y'all. And at first, Jason was like, fuck no. Like, I am not fucking with y'all. You's on the run. You's a troublemaker. Y'all gonna have to find somebody else to help y'all. So y'all Lily begs Jason to help us. And he is like, what the fuck do y'all really want me to do? I'm like, I don't know. Like, give me a wire or something. I'm like, I don't know, something. So y'all, Jason like, what facts do y'all have surrounding this situation other than a bunch of he say, she say shit? So I'm like, pictures. I tell him, I'm like, the sister had pictures. I'm like, the lieutenant. He like, whoa, lieutenant. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, it was a black guy, tall, bald. He was like, oh my God. He like, man, internal affairs has been sniffing around lately. You may be right. Hold on, look. He like, I'ma call you and I'ma tell you where to meet me at, and I'm finna figure something out for you. I'm like, are you sure? He like, yeah. So we leave. When we get in the car, I'm like, sis, I pray when we turn this corner, there do not be like 20 fucking police cars that swat us. She like, look, we can trust him. I'm like, are you sure? She like, yeah, girl, we can trust him. If we can trust him, girl, he would have locked you up before you left. And I'm like, yeah, shit, you right. So where we going? So my sister like, shit, we gonna need more ammo. If we do anything, we gonna need more guns. So we pull us up down to my people's house, y'all, in the city. Yeah, they got them things over there. So first off, everybody is shocked to see us both, because everybody in the fucking whole St. Louis at this point know our business. They know I'm on the run, and whatever reason she left St. Louis, I ain't gonna be the one to tell y'all, but hell, they was talking about that too. So my sister tell them, like, we need some big shit. And they like, boy, the type of heat y'all in, y'all gonna need more than some big shit, but I got something for y'all. So y'all, we get 2 guns and we leave. We go back to my cousin's house, and I tell my sister, like, Janice gonna call me when my kid's ready. We just gotta sit and we gotta wait on the car. And we do. We get that car. Part 19 and a half, found out my baby daddy was DL. So when I hop back in the car, y'all, I had like 6 or 7 missed calls. Part 20 and a half, found out my baby daddy was DL. So y'all, when I answers the phone, y'all, it is Janice. And Janice telling me Rebecca had just got shot. So I'm like, why you telling me that's good news? She is like, no, it's not. She's like, cause you on the run still. And if you still on the run, I'm pretty sure they gonna try to put this on you too. I'm like, oh my God, like, you're right. So she like, they finna be coming even more harder looking for you. I'm just trying to let you know. So I'm like, fuck, where is he? She like, girl, he left to go to the hospital. Me and the kids are here. And I'm like, okay, well, get the kids, leave and meet me. She like, I got a problem. I'm like, what's wrong? She say, is the boyfriend tall, dark skin, waves, chocolate? I'm like, yeah. She like, well, he's here. And he's sitting with me until he gets back, me and the kids, just to protect them from you. Us from you. And I'm like, what the fuck? She was like, look, if I can get the fuck out of here, I will. But she like, the only way I'm going to be getting up out of here, and that's going to be for me to have to unalive this man. And you know, and I know that you don't want me to do that in front of your kids. And I'm like, no, so just stay put. I'm going to figure out what to do and how to do it. And I'm like, man, and we talking about a police officer. This man is overly trained. I don't even know how to shoot a gun for real. But hell, I'll do it if I need to. So, y'all, I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Y'all, every time something gets good, shit gets bad. But it's cool because I know what's up, y'all. I got to move. So, y'all, we sitting and we waiting. And we finally get the call from Jason. And Jason is like, okay, I got good news, guys. He was like, come to find out, there is an investigation going on. So if you guys can help take down this investigation, you can walk away freely, Lily. And you can definitely prove that you're innocent. I'm like, oh my God, thank you. What the hell do we got to do? So, y'all, Jason tells me that he wants me to come to the police station, y'all. And he wants me to come and get a wire. Police station to get a wire? Hell no. Man, you gonna have to bring that wire out here to me. I ain't coming in a police station. He like, man, look, you gonna have to trust me. I ain't coming. He like, man, look, either you gonna meet me here or I can't do nothing for you. And I'm just like, bro, why I gotta be the police station? But y'all, pulls up to the fucking police station, y'all. Jason comes out. I go in. Part 21 of how I found out my baby daddy was ill. So I go inside the police station, y'all. They see me in this room. I'm waiting for a good 15 minutes. I just know when they come back in here, they're gonna put my motherfucking handcuffs on. And they're gonna walk me to my motherfucking cell. Bitch, it's been a good run, but it's over. So somebody finally come in the room, and the man sits down, and he tells me exactly what's gonna go down. He tells me that I'm gonna wear a wire, and he wants me to ask some specific questions, and they need some answers. And in exchange for those answers, they'll help me prove that I was innocent. Now, even though I don't understand why I gotta help y'all prove these motherfuckers did what they did, for y'all to prove that I ain't do it, but it's cool. Like I tell y'all, I'm willing to do whatever I gotta do. I'm desperate. So, y'all, I sit in the room. They tell me what to do. I leave. I'm waiting on the call. Yeah, Janice never calls me. So I tell my sister, I'm like, I think we should go down. And she's like, all right, cool. Let's go down there. So, yeah, we pulls up down there. Yeah, we get out. We go in. I use the key, per usual. When I go in, it is pitch black dark, y'all. It's dark as a motherfucker. Ain't no kids here. Ain't no Janice. Ain't no boyfriend. Nobody's home. So I look at my sister and I tell my sister, I'm like, something is wrong. I'm like, we got to do something. Now, keep in mind, y'all, the whole time we talking, everything we doing, we are being monitored and recorded. I'm strapped up. I'm undercover. These people is listening. So I tell my sister, I'm like, you know what we got to do next, right? She look at me, and I'm like, she like, hospital? Yeah. Let's go to the hospital. So y'all, me and my sister drives to the DePaul Hospital, where Rebecca is being held. And we're going to go get some answers. Yeah, at this point, I don't know the condition of Rebecca. I don't know, hell, if she can talk. I don't know, hell, if she dead. I don't know what's going on with Rebecca. But all I know is I got to figure out where my kids at. And I know if I can get to her, I can get to them. So we pull up to the DePaul. So, y'all, first things first is when we make it to the DePaul, they act like they do not want to let us in. So my sister said, I got an idea. I'm like, all right, cool, let's get it. So I had a cousin who didn't stay too far away, y'all. She was a CNA. She's like, look, we gonna need your badge, and we gonna need a couple uniforms. Yeah, my cousin gave me her badge and a couple uniforms, y'all, and we went back. So we went back as CNA to work on my own shift from agency. Y'all, these motherfuckers let us in. We walked straight to the back, and we walked straight to Rebecca's room. Yeah, so when we walk in, yeah, Rebecca is breathing. Rebecca is aware of what's going on. Rebecca can talk. This bitch is sitting in this motherfucking room alive. She shot up, but she alive. So whoever did it didn't do a good job. So I walk in. My sister walk in behind me. And y'all, you would have thought she seen the ghost. I'm like, what's up, Rebecca? She's like, Carissa, what are you doing here? I was like, oh, I shouldn't be coming by to check on my kid's grandmother. I heard you got shot. How you feeling? She looks at me and she's like, well, I'm feeling better. How you been? Part 22 of how I found out my baby daddy was DL. So, y'all, this lady just asked me, how have I been? How have I been? Well, I was doing perfectly fucking fine until you decided to frame me for the murder of Dana. Until your son decided he wanted to run off and be with a man. He moved the car. I said, you know what? I ain't got to tell you that because you know that, right? You know it. I'm like, you framed me for the Dana's murder. You and Dana was arguing weeks prior to her being murdered. And now all of a sudden, she framing me. I just got one question. I got one question, Rebecca. Did you send Dana? Did you send Dana? Yeah, Rebecca looked at me. She smiled. She says, oh, bitch, you think you got it all figured out. And I do. And I do. She's like, yeah, but you don't. You don't. See, you think you know everything. That's your problem. I always told you, you thought you knew everything. And that bitch did always tell me I thought I knew everything. But, and your point? She said, see, you were so blind. So blind. Janice was running around her fucking your man. Your man all out here fucking with Dana's husband. Ooh. And yeah, you right. I did frame you for the murder of Dana. See, because if that bitch thought she was going to tell everybody what my boy around her doing and make my family look bad, she had another motherfucking thing coming.
Whoa.
See, you and Dana, you bitches was just alike. But see, one thing about Dana didn't know how to stand a motherfucking place. But you's a dummy. You's a motherfucking dummy. All this shit been going on underneath your nose and you ain't smelled none of it, did you? I said I didn't. But you know what I did smell? Bullshit, bitch. And you know what else I smell? Bullshit, bitch. Cause you going to jail. She says, and how do you figure I'm going to jail? Y'all lift up my motherfucking shirt. And I show that bitch. I say, I'm strapped, bitch. You thought I was the dummy. I'm strapped. And you just told me you framed me for Dana's murder. Thank you so much.
Whoa.
Yeah, that bitch tried to hop out that bed. Lily drew her motherfucking gun so quick. She said, Rebecca, baby, you sure? Are you sure? She looked at Lily and she said, shoot me. I have nothing else to live for. Yes, bitch, you right. Because Rebecca went to jail for the murder of Dana. The lieutenant went to jail as well because come to find out, Rebecca and the lieutenant had been sleeping around. That was her little boyfriend.
Ooh.
Her and the lieutenant had been sleeping around. And the lieutenant helped Rebecca frame me for the murder of Dana Black. So, come to find out, the attorney affairs had already known that the lieutenant was dirty. He was on an investigation. They had been tracking him, following him. So, yeah, I was out on the run. And while I was out on the run, God was working in my favor. So, all charges had been dropped and dismissed. My baby father's mother, Rebecca, was charged for the murder of Dana Black. I was set free. I did serve some time, y'all. I served some time for going on the run. But I did get my kids back. I did change my name. I changed my kids' name. Yeah, and we moved back to Cali and we started a new life.
Whoa. The finale was crazy, y'all. Listen, let me know how y'all feel about this video. I had to cram it in. I didn't want to talk a lot, and I still don't want to talk a lot. I want to keep it under 30 minutes, but at the end of the day, man, this is a crazy series right here. I don't know if it is real or if it is fake, but if it is fake, because some of the things that I was, you know what I'm saying, listening to, it sounded kind of iffy, but at the end of the day, if you find the actual facts, please drop it down below and actually send it to me on Instagram or TikTok, J Will the producer. That's me, okay, y'all? That's my time. I appreciate y'all for sticking around and hanging out with me for the time being. And you know what? I appreciate everybody who made it until the end. This was a crazy ending. Let me know if you think this is real or if you think this is fake. But regardless of the fact, if this is fake, I actually do believe that she needs to be a writer. She needs to be involved with movies because this is so dramatic, and this is definitely a movie I would watch if they turned it into one.